Hey everyone, my name is Summer Myers. Today we are talking about my favorite spring picture books. Books that I am reading to my kids, books that I'm reading to my preschoolers. These are books that I have picked out especially for 2021. I am so excited for spring, so excited for winter to be gone, ready for new growth, new life, new vibrancy. So let's get into it. First, a little disclaimer before we get into it. These are all books that I have picked up at my local library. I have not purchased every single one of these. And the reason being, I don't like setting the example of just like, I have bought 20 books and these are all the books that I have purchased and you must purchase them as well. That is not what I'm all about. These are books that you can support your local library with, and then find ones that you really love and really treasure and really mesh in your home, and then buy those. I have linked in the description box below every single book on Amazon. Check your thrift books first. Check your local sellback library books or sellback secondhand used bookstores. Those are in pretty much every community, and there's so much easy access to get really good books. That being said, these books are really stellar. I really love every single one, and I would, if I had $1 million, I would buy all of them. As it is, I'm going to probably purchase only 2 or 3 of them. All right, so this book is called The Gardeners. It's by Joanna Gaines and her children. It is a beautiful book, and the illustrations are just gorgeous, and I love them so much. It's about their family and how their journey of picking out plants and just, how they were struggling to keep them alive, which is very relatable, and then just falling in love with it, and eventually coming up with their own garden plan. I mean, it's all about family. It's about trying new things, doing new interests, and just, it's okay if you fail, and it's okay to keep on trying until you succeed. And it's about gardening. Look at those illustrations. These are beautiful. Anyway, We Are the Gardeners by Joanna Gaines. Excellent, excellent book. This one's called The Happy Egg by Ruth Krauss. These are the same people that did Harold and the Purple Crayon, also a big family favorite. And this one is just as cute. This is more for your early preschoolers. The illustrations are nothing super special, but it is so cute. It's about a little egg that gets sat on and then grows and turns into a little baby bird. Very few words, very short, easy attention span book. My baby can sit through this pretty easily, although there's quite a few pages. But it is engaging. The colors are beautiful. And it's kind of that classic Harold and the Purple Crayon book. It is very cute. The Happy Egg by Ruth Krauss. And this is a great spring book to try out. This is a new one that I just recently read. And it's called And Then It's Spring by Julie Fogliano. I'm sorry, I probably butchered that pronunciation. And Then It's Spring. This also has beautiful illustrations. And it's about how the earth is brown, it's dead, and you're just waiting for new life and new vitality. And every day things start changing and growing, which is all what spring is about. There's mud. He's a little boy and he's planting with his dog, and he's waiting for the season to change and to change into spring. And it's really cute book. This is called The Big Umbrella by Amy June Bates. I love this one because of this idea of a big red umbrella with the rain that's going on. I mean, we have been doing so many walks, guys, in the rain and getting our umbrellas out and our rain boots. And those are fun things. And this book is all about that and how we can include everybody in our big red umbrella. Illustrations are so pretty. It's done, I believe, in watercolor. And how eventually everybody gets under the big red umbrella. This is a fun one for young preschoolers, early age elementary schoolers. All of my little preschool kids loved this book. It was so much fun to read and talk about the rain and how spring is just kind of wet and how it's good to have rain. It wouldn't be spring unless we talked about a little bit about Easter and bunnies and baby ducks. This is called Bunnyroo, I Love You. written by Melissa Marr, illustrated by Tegan White. I should be saying all of the illustrators. I'm going to be doing that from now on. So Bunnyroo, I love you. And I love it because I love the pictures. And it's just about all these different animals. When I met you, you were very small and trembling, and I thought you might be a little bunny. And so they talk about all these different characteristics, but maybe she isn't a bunny. Maybe she's a kangaroo. Or maybe, let's see what else. Or a fox. And eventually you find out that no, you're just my baby and I love you. This is really sweet and snuggly and so cute and well done. And just gives you all those warm, cuddly feelings of affection and babyhood. This is called The Honeybee by Kristen Hall. Such a cute book. You know, you talk about bees and honey, and you see all those books out there. This one is really good for those early elementary school kids who are interested in bees and insects, but it doesn't go too in-depth or dives in, but it still gives really good information. And the colors, guys, oh my gosh. It is so cute. You're following the bee, and this is excellent read aloud book. This book, The Honeybee, is an excellent read aloud book. Do you hear it? You're near it. It's closer. It's coming. It's buzzing. It's humming. A bee! And you can feel that tension, and you can convey that really easily as a good read aloud book. This is such a great book. It talks about the bee and how it goes out and searches for its flowers, and then it goes and tells its friends, and the friends come, all the other bee friends come, and they collect the pollen. See them collecting the pollen in the flower. And then they go back to the hive and they talk to the hive about it. Talks about the different, like the worker bee and the queen bee. It tells them all their different roles and that sort of thing. And then it does talk about the seasons a little bit. So then it talks about how winter, it slows everything down, and the hive kind of hibernates and goes down. But it ends with, now spring is here again, and the bee is coming out again. So we should look out for our friend, the bee. Look out for him. Anyway, excellent book. I love this book so much. All right, so the next book I have is Up in the Garden, Down in the Dirt by Kate Messner. The art is by Christopher Silas Neal. This book I've been seeing swimming around on YouTube and in the libraries. This is a great spring book. It's more about gardening and about what's underground. It talks about the animals. Her books are really good about combining kind of this childlike world, this childhood, with also including real nonfiction information. And I love that. And I love how it moves the two. It also has a little thing at the back of them about the animals. And just my kids love these books. They love everything that Kate Messner does. And one day I will have all of them. They are really good and beautiful books. So if you have a kid who's big into bugs, A Beetle is Shy. Fabulous book. Diana Hutz Aston, illustrations by Sylvia Long, and they're beautiful books. It's got a little iridescence in there, gives it a little bit of shine, and it's one of those other books that combines childhood and nonfiction really well. It reminds me a little bit of the Honeybee book that we just talked about. A beetle is shy. It begins its life inside an egg, soft and wingless, tender, protected by the roots of trees and the underside of leaves. And for my kids who aren't super big into bugs, I mean, they'll do bugs. Some of them will. But it's not something that they gravitate towards. If you have a kid that does, this is absolutely the book for you. But this is also a good introduction to kind of ease them into understanding the outdoors and wildlife. And it's okay for bugs to exist, and it's okay not to be scared of them. The beetle is shy. You know, it adds this sensitivity to it. Oh my gosh, you guys. I just love it. A beetle is a kaleidoscope. And then it gives the names of the different types of beetles. And it just kind of makes it seem a little less inhuman and more relatable. Such a good book. Pick it up. Okay, these are the books that are on their way that I have purchased because I love them, love them, love them. The first one is by Bob Graham. If you are not familiar with Bob Graham, you must go out, borrow all of his books. Bob Graham is phenomenal. I had loved every single thing he has ever written. This one is called Home in the Rain, and mostly it's the words, it's the language. I mean, let me see. Didn't it rain? It hit the highway, bucketing down on Francie and her mom and her baby sister on their way home from Grandma's. I love those words. Didn't it rain? It's bucketing down. Endless line of cars, the windshield wipers in despair. Shoo, 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 shoo. The words in this and the illustrations are particularly good and beautiful. It's this powerful story. Home in the Rain, it's about a little girl who's going home from Grandma's house with her mother, and her mommy is pregnant with baby sister, and they're still deciding what to name baby sister. And Dad is gone, but when they get home, he's waiting for them. And in the book, they decide what they're going to name her. Such a beautiful book. I love this book so much. The Hike by Allison Farrell. This is one of my books, the books that I borrowed that my kids were like, this is a great book, Mom. I really love it. And they asked me to read it over and over again. It's following these three girls who have gone out on a hike, and they've kind of waited for each other. They're heading out. They all have very distinct, interesting personalities. I love that there's diversity in this book. And it talks about things that they see on their hike. Chipmunk nest, hey, wait for me. And it's one of those fun little read alouds that my kids really love. I think it's partly because they relate to a lot of it. They have one little girl who draws everything she sees, and another one who's just out running ahead. And they hear all these things on their hike and all these things that they see. Just a great book. Also gets you kind of ready to go out in the sunshine and being out in the day. Now that winter is over, you're ready for green things. Here's another Kate Messner book. I love all of her books. This is also illustrated by Christopher Silas Neal, Over and Under the Pond. I love her over and unders. This one is, they're going out on a canoe, or that's a canoe, going out on their canoe, and they're talking about what's over the pond, but what's beneath it, what's underneath, and what's happening under there. I said it before, but Kate Messner is so good at mixing childhood with nonfiction information, and it's such a powerful read. I love it. Over and Under the Pond. And at the end here, and these books have been floating around, I'm sure you've seen them, it does the about the animals again, and things that they see and hear about. Oh, so good. This is our last book for today. It's called The Bug Girl, A True Story. And it's by the Bug Girl herself, Sophia Spencer, co-authored with Margaret McNamara, and illustrated by Kara Scoett. This is a true story. This was based on a little girl who struggled with her love of bugs and her interests, and being bullied and not sure if she was okay. So it first starts off with, look at these illustrations, you guys. First of all, can we talk? Oh my gosh, they're so gorgeous. And she's interested in bugs and how her love of them. And then she goes to school, and at first it's okay. And the kids love her bugs, and they love her information that she knows about it. And then one day, nobody cares about it, and they kind of pick on her. And she feels really lonely and kind of sad about it. And she takes a break from bugs, which is like heartbreaking. And then her mom reaches out to all these scientists who eventually send her letters and tell her it's okay to love bugs. It's okay. And it's okay to be different from everybody else. And then it gives more bug facts at the end. Just a really cute story about it's okay to be different, and it's okay to learn knowledge and gain knowledge about it and just pursue it with your whole heart and reach out to people who know more information about it. It's a true story, and my kids asked me to read this several times to them. I don't know why, because they don't necessarily gravitate towards bugs, but the story of a little girl who loves something that's a little different. And as homeschoolers, they are a little bit different. They're kind of out of the mainstream. And that's okay. And that's okay for them to be that way. So they feel comforted by this story. Such a great book, and we'll definitely be purchasing this one. All right, everybody, that is it for me today. Those are my favorite spring picture books of 2021. Please hit that subscribe button, like this video, comment down below. What are your favorite spring picture books, and what are books that you are reading to your kids now to get them all prepped and ready for the green and for the pollen and for the bugs and everything that's going on. Take it easy, everyone. Bye. Share, 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 share. Hey, kitty. Get on there. Okay. Callie, go on, my cat, go on. Okay, you either stay or you go. You don't get to pick. Oh, you're so sweet and loving. Go on, go on. Hair. Talk about spring. Cat shedding everywhere. Oh, spring allergies, am I right? Oh my gosh, all of these are so good. All right, let's try that again. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, guys, I love all these books.